Hey everybody, welcome back. So we are going into chapter 3 again. This here is my chapter initialization. Chapter is pretty much how many streams it took me to go through an expansion. So we are on chapter 3. We're in Kugane. I took a day off and I'm feeling better. Or actually can't remember. Fuck it. I was gonna take a day off, but didn't. But enough about that. Yesterday, raided, cleared the 3 turns of the third or the second tier of the newest raid. We haven't cleared the 4th turn. We will not clear it because yesterday we decided that we're gonna call it. And the reason for that, and I'm new to this here, it was my 2nd time playing with the guys and girl, as that one of their healers didn't have time anymore, and they've been doing it since day 1 that came out. So this year is week 10 or 11, I think. The raid is going on, and they were calling it, and they told me that they were gonna call it, and I'm still technically in the static. It's just disbanded for now, and they're gonna redo it when the next thing comes out, and that will be the extreme, and we'll see about that. Now I told them I'm down, and maybe we'll do some re-clears depending on whatever people need and stuff like that. So right now I'm not doing anything. So that's it. So I'm focusing on this here for game-wise. That's gonna be the alt. That's going to follow most of my time. I'm not going to follow so much time into my main anymore because he is geared pretty much up. I got a lot of gear yesterday because the other guys didn't lead. I rolled pretty well. I got a new weapon. I did not get the main weapon, the Abyss weapon, because we didn't clear turn 4. But yeah, other than that, everything is good. So what we are doing here is focusing on this, and tomorrow I'm gonna go and get a hopefully pass certification, but we'll see about that tomorrow. Anyways, let's get into the game. Okay, so I have some good news for everybody. We're not gonna do dailies because I already did them. Dailies is out. Second good news is we can actually start to repair stuff soon. I have Goldsmith up at 70. I have soon Blacksmith up, or an armor. And the next thing is Leatherworker and Weaver, and then we can start repairing our own shit. What we're going to do today, we're going to focus, we're going to straight into the MSQ. That's why I'm standing here. After we've done this a little bit, we are going to go back to doing the... what's it called? The Dark Knight quest. After the Dark Knight quest is done, we're gonna go back to the MSQ. So that's the goal today. We'll see how long it's gonna take. I'm pretty okay. I'm still like I am still ill. Like I have sometimes fevers a little bit, and it's not COVID. It's definitely a sinus thing because it's stuck in my throat up in the upper section. And I have like my wisdom teeth swollen sometimes, and it's not like an infection because it like everything is going okay there. I think it's just a weird sinus virus infection because there's no, and it is a virus because I've had it like a couple of times before, I think, or a year or more ago. But it's not COVID because I have had COVID, and I'm also fully vaccinated, but COVID is totally different. It is, at least it's been for me. I got ill when I got my first shot. I didn't get ill the second time. Or yes, I did. And no, I didn't get the second time. And I actually caught COVID before I got my booster. So yeah. And then I couldn't get my booster, of course. But then I waited 2 months and I could get my booster. Every time my arm is hurt like a motherfucker. But anyways, we're gonna go into and talk with Hancock. Hancock is the guy we met at the docks. He's showing us around. He's part of the at the trading company. He's a representative of Lord Lodorito. We do not trust him. He's a jackass. For now, at least, so we'll figure it out. Anyways, let him show us around. Beautiful, though, maybe. And he's talking about the ether, right? Which is right here. We cannot spend all day staring at the ether, right? Come, come. Move along. The markets are next. You. Let's see there. Venomous man. And we're gonna pause this here. We can read it. Okay, we have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kugane, Nogane Dori. Kugane, as you doubtless don't know, is an ancient Higan word for golden. So, in the prosperous port of the golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes of Kugane are earned in local merchants. It is quite logical once you learn the language. Now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh, a kindred spirit. What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Hancock of the Eastern Alden Trading Company. You with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Kaiten. Pray allow me to introduce to you the my esteemed guest, but recently come from a distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervised the transition here in Kogani Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated, as he says. I'm Kaiten of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as the overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors of Kugane, we accept all manners of currency. Rest assured, your Eorzean guild are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. I need to rewatch Shogun at some point if I ever can get a hands on the original series. Armor, which is food stuff, portables. Here you will find them and more. Oh, that means actually we are going to do this, and we're going to... I have a ton of this here, so we're going to sell this. And... Hancock. Need more. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ingash. The district which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. This also be where the foreign ambassador and embassies are found, including that of the certain empire. Precisely. You see, it would not be too all unusual to cross paths with one of the Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical alterations after all. Such spats being strictly forbidden. The Sekisegumi punish breaches of these peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation. To be fair, this is not common. More often than that, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and here? Are you joking, right? Would that if that I were, but alas, these samurais are a humorless lot. Why, I recall an instance when a foreign merchant in his cup dared to lay hands upon a Hingan aristocrat in front of the Sekizugumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Well, I don't want to think about that. So you see, it would behoove you to behave. Following that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or with yourself, in manner of the late Telegi. Oh, he's fucking. Oh, how I amuse myself. Well, we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Galilean consulate. So he just made a joke about Raban cutting down to Legi. I could joke about that. Legi was an ass. A huge little ass, but an ass. Nonetheless. This, as you may have surmised, this is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gates, and their uniforms are different from those you have seen in the West. Where you travel to far and wide, we find that many embarrass existence, often inspired by local designs, all in which goes to show that even a massive empire seeks to rule of a creation is not without its artisans. There was so much more I could speak of, but soothing waters of the Ozon's ephemeral delights of the pleasure districts. But you no doubt still weary of your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. Good to see you, fellow Yorzy. Doc? At long last, we have arrived at our destination. May I present to you our humble office? We have so much to discuss, so I refrain from further prattling. Come, right this way.
Our thaumaturgist took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Aori shinobi and the Rugadan samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugane.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Forgive me. This calls for a map.
Okay.
We are here in Kugane, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea. Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy.
Right.
The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire. Bowing to this pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll-takers and forbade the payment of the Ruby Tithe, prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
So, war, pretty much.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I'm told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever, that could be construed as a placing ourselves in the Lord Lorito's debt. We must avail ourselves of what we means we have available. Our Alamigan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Would seem inefficient of us to venture out together in the search of the information on Yugiri and Gosetsu whereabouts. Agreed? Agreed. We need to cast our net wider, split up, and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we coordinate our efforts efficiently, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, the tower would seem to be suited to the task to organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, I can... we four can go and search the questioning the individuals of Hancock identified Elise, and I will take those of the southern district in the city, and the two of you will take those in the north. In anticipation of just as an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing a few sketches of Yugiris and Gozetsus during our journey. Wow, you still warned me you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Looks like you're me, Sarah. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. So, since this here is a perfect point before we go deeper into the story. Now we've been shown around, we know the whereabouts, we know there's a consulate and all that stuff. We're gonna go ahead and figure out and get the last of our stuff that we need. And that is, of course, I'm talking about our ether, because a little guy stole our ether, and we want that back. And he promised us, after we helped 4 people in total, that he will give it back. Let us do that. Let's talk with Sindur. Oh, thank the gods. An adult has been spending a lot of time with Mist, keeping him company and getting to know him and so forth. Now that there's not much to do, he won't talk about his home or his past. It doesn't seem like he's having interest in skill beyond conjuring elaborate illusions delivered from memories. I have no idea how he does it either, and said, more importantly, I'm not sure how we could take back the ether he stole. We may have no choice but to agree to his terms, unless you're content with carrying half of a soul crystal. I can hear you whispering. You know, Mr. means well. Sarah and I are willing to help him. Why aren't you? I didn't say I wasn't willing to help. I'm still here, aren't I? Right then, now we've found a suitable, no one suitable for the boy he needs here. Rather than return to Iska, why don't we try somewhere else? Let's head to the Tail Feather, which is, of course, the next part of it all, over here. I hope we can finish this here really fast. I can't remember how long the quest is, because this here is the last leg of it, and then we're done. There's no more of these here quests. All the skills from there are gone. Life here is not easy, and fulfillment all the same. That said, the hunters had no personal tales or profound tragedy to share. They did, however, tell me there is an outsider recently brought here by the from the Falcon's Nest, a prisoner actually, a woman named Lode. She's to atone for her crimes through hard labor, but the proctor has been zealous. He berates her constantly, and every day she bears flesh bruises. His guardian justice, I know it well. If this woman is performing various chores for the hunters, then it should not be too hard to find her. Come, let us look around. God. Ishgardi Injustice, yeah. This is the place, isn't it? Insular child, you're not to speak unless you're spoken to, is that clear? Yes, my lord. Pray forgive me for my impudence. Don't play me for a fool. Your sins are beyond forgiveness. Sir Emmerich and his noble brother may think you worthy of mercy, but I have seen your kind before. A swift death is more than you deserve. A swift death is more than that bastard deserves. I can't imagine what she did to deserve that kind of treatment. She killed a lot of people, my friend. You know her, Sarah? Yep. She pretty much severed hell. Oh, she's the one who led the protesters of the Falcon's Nest. That's the one nearly put an end to the peace conference. And she poisoned you? Well, that explains a lot, though. Of all the people I can find here that are hard to forgive her, or at least forsake the bloody revenge, isn't that hard to look at? This is called justice. Her crimes are born of the present despair for the husbandry laws. Perhaps if the two of them were to meet again. Don't be foolish. She knows he's dead. It will only cause her pain. Pain is all that is left to her, don't you see? How they cry in the dark, how they mourn their death, and how it festers and spreads and corrupts them thoroughly. We have seen it. We have made it. Fine, do what you will, conjure her husband, but do not come crying to me when she curses you for your kindness. I'll not give the hunters cause to turn their bows on us either. I'll take a mist into the woods and hide. Sarah and I will free the girl. Well, I will free the girl. She would know you at once. Might misjudge your intentions. We cannot risk the commotion. As for your part, no one is truly outside of Helona's grace, don't you think? Confront the proctor and make him see the errors of his way, and if he is a good man, then he may yet repent for his wicked ways. If he refuses, then there's no choice to make. He'll have to accept the consequence of his actions, doubly so he bears if he bears steel, yes? Ah, the very sight of you fills me with murderous rage. You see through your duties, and I must needs cleanse myself of these impure thoughts through communion with nature. Perhaps a spot of fishing is in order. Now is our chance. Speak with the Orthodox author. Oh, fuck. Overshot it a little bit. And who are you? Why do you disturb me? Concerned avenger who objects to the treatment of a criminal. Ha! If you knew her sins, I would have been thrown into the witch drop. Alas, the Lord speaker of boundless wisdom and mercy of demanding that we spare that woman's life. I will see that her every waking moment is filled with misery and scorn. Presume to judge me, a man of the church. I will not be cowed by your threats. The fury guide me and protect me. The fury guide me and protect me. Well, let me the fury and guide you and protect you after I pretty much just brutally. murder you. Ah, look, you brought them together. You have made her whole. How she smiles, how her eyes sparkle, how beautiful this happiness. Sure, let's see. It's gonna go south really fast. Every night I dream of you. I'm gonna try to stop you from going back to the front. I would have begged and screamed and cursed, but I didn't because I knew you'd listen. And even if you forgive me for it one day, I never would. The arrow may have missed my heart, but I've been dead for a long time, and all of this is just a way wanting. And that's what I tell you, Stance, if I could. And then you'd say, can't stay stuck in this in that moment, Lodi. If you got to go on, and you got to forgive yourself, and you got to let me go. But I won't. I won't. If I do, I won't be left to remember the man you were, the soldier, the husband. I'm the one who knew, who knows, and it's my duty to hold on to that as long as I can. That's what I'd tell him if I were here. But he's not. He'll never come home to me. So please, put an end to this, whichever this witchcraft is. Sarah Connor, was this all you're doing? Oh, it was mine, forgive me. I thought that. I wanted only to. I was wrong. I see that now. You are every right to be upset. That's alright, boy. I appreciate your kindness, even if it was misguided. You too, Sarah. I blame you for a lot of things. Hated you so much because, I don't know, because you came back and Stans didn't, maybe. Because you weren't him. They say the war is over now, but it never ends for people like you, does it? There's always something worth fighting. I know what you are. I heard the stories as a child. Of ones with neither shield nor sigil. A champion of the weak and the helpless. Undeterred by the law of man or God. I couldn't stop you anymore. That I could have stopped Stans from walking out that door that day. So fight, damn you. Fight. If that's what you want, just don't squander the time in between. There's never enough, right? I suppose I owe him to try and make most of it I've got left too. So I will. Take care and thank you. He's gone. Reclaim your ether, Sarah. The ether is back at me. Forgive me. Forgive me in the end. I'm gonna make her whole. So much pain, so much loss, how it fills my heart and overflows. Maybe indeed beyond us. Maybe it's not in our nature. You still got 3 more chances, don't you? There's no need to be so bloody melodramatic, or at least not out here. We should go back to Tailfeather. Your words did more than for her than my illusion. She may still be a good person, and so are you. I pray you both remember. On to the next, I would say, but Mist looks like he to be in no state to continue, which means we'll be staying here for some time, taking a fresh country, or me and my little ones. For what's worth, I think that woman is better for what we did, or at least as good as anyone can be at what she's been through. Sarah, I imagine you'd like to go back to it, and so would I. Unfortunately, Mist remains in something inconsolable. His family, he has failure with Lodi, such as it was, weighs on his mind. I'm afraid representing it the same mistake with others. So, for the lack of better idea, I think it's time to pay it another visit to those little furry shites and the cunning Mist. But why? I can't imagine Mist helping him, Moogle. My master used to tell me to take me to places like Moogleholm when the city became too much. The fresh air, that's the quiet, the isolation. And yes, I've not forgotten how the Moogles helped Raoul and me when we were moody and brooding. Though I would argue that we reconciled in spite of their intervention, but not because of it. Whatever you say, Sid, whatever you say. Don't worry, I haven't given up yet. How could I? You wouldn't. And the Moogles are the next. Right then. Water under the bridge. No need for pawns to be torn from the heads of the and shoved down throats. Yes. Our Mist is taking in the size, I believe. Why don't you join him? Where the fuck is he? Oh, he's down there. Wind's in my hair and the sun on my face. Here I can immerse my yourselves in the beauty and the calm and forgotten the horrors almost. How far have we come? And you and I, the others, they hesitate, but you understand the obligation, the duty, the need for atonement. What happened to you? We have lost so much, so many friends and loved ones, so many moments. We thought we could help, we could keep preserving them. But we are left with anguish in the end. The time strips us for even the better remainder, if we let it. But I cannot. This is the pain. This pain, this sadness is mine to bear, mine alone. This I understand now. Their grief will be mine, and in return I will give them peace. But who and when and where, that is the question, and we have our limits. Who did I lose? Everyone. No one. We have always been apart, have we not? Perhaps one day you will understand, and then we will share my loathing and contempt. Oh, forgive me. I've been far away from the others too long, Sid is where will be word. I must return to them at once. arm. I trust Myth. Myth has had ample time to reflect on his mistakes. I have, and I'm ready to resume in search of those who might need help and power. Difficult though it may be, I do not intend to give up. I'm glad to hear it. In that case, there's no need to remain here any longer, and I say we'll leave the accursed place and never return. Don't be silly, Sid. I say we show Myth more of cunningness. We come all this way now. Come on, there's a place like I'd like to show you. Now wait just a goddamn moment. Can't go running off on your own like that. You'll get eaten by a free-headed goober, Ryle. Ryle? Bugging me with a bleeding. Come on, they cannot be far. Watch out for belligerent Duranians and mischievous Mughals. Now, I actually remember something that I wanted to do, and that was I want to look at Tank Knight. I want to look at the early delirium. That Hardness Slash. That. Okay, so 2 weaves, that, and that, and okay. Just looking at the... We're looking at the opener, the Dank Nate. I can't do it yet, but it's doable, almost. Because it's... Oh, shit. Wrong. It's something like... You prep with Blackest Night. And you prep with this. Blood Weapon Night, and then you pull. You can pull with Provoke. I will probably pull with Unmend. Unmend probably has a short... Yeah, Unmend has lower. This here is 20. This here is 25. Then you do this, and then you do Edge, and then you do Delirium. Then you do Siphon Strike. Then you do Soul Eater. And then you do your Living Shadow. You do your Salted Earth. You do Hard Slash again. And then you do your Shadowbringer. Then you do this, and then you do Blood Spiller, you do this, you do Blood Spiller, you do Plunge, with Blood Spiller again, then you do Shadowbringer, then this, Shadow of Edge, you do Blood Spiller, then you hit your Salted Earth proc, you go over here to Siphon Strike, Plunge again, and then you do your last Shadow of Edge. That at least is what it's set to do, but I would probably do a little bit different depending on things. But the only thing you need to get is get everything in your pod window. Don't give me that look. That little bastard didn't want their heads carved in. Should have tried to sneak up on me. Besides, they're still alive. You ought to give me a credit for holding back. Anyways, I lost sight of the children. I'm not sure which way they went. I'll head north and circle back towards Asha. You'll head straight for there. So you pretty much beat up the Mughals. Okay. Just double check one. Just checking that the stream is okay. Okay, let's see. Back to here. And I think it's here. Oh, we got a instance thing. 67. Okay. You should have seen the look at Sid's face when the Moogle started singing and dancing. He was utterly speechless. Why are the Moogles singing and dancing again? It was stupid, really, but I guess you could say that Sid had become obsessed with trying to live up to the Master's example, and for all the wrong reasons. He lost his family when he was younger than me. Sir Umperage took care of him. And Frey. And then he died too. And so, it's just the two of us now. He was angry and short-sighted, but now, well, he's still both of those things. But not as much as before, so that's progress, I suppose. Sid's master was very dear to him, wasn't he? Oh, thank the gods, you shouldn't have run off like that. Do you wish to see him again, your master? Where is this coming from? What has Rob been telling you? I mean, there's so much I wish I could have asked him before he passed, but... Wait, no. Don't you dare, you little shit. Sid, charming as ever, I see. Master. And this must be Frey's successor, a worthy one, I have no doubt. My name is Orpagna. And it is my honor and pleasure to meet you, Sarah. You did well on coming so far on your own before meeting Sid, and together you have both grown so much. In mind and body and soul, the Dark Knights and as true heroes. As Dark Knights and true heroes. There was a time when I was hailed a hero too, for the deeds mysterious in the defense of Ishgard and in the name of the Fury. A brave and true temple knight I was, slayer of countless Duranians and a commander beloved of all respect by his men. They follow me into the seven hells. And indeed, that is where I led them. Time and time again they would fall, and I would earn the accolades. And then they would give me more green boys with dreams of glory. Green boys with red blood spilled on white snow again, again, and again. And then one day I couldn't remember the first one's face. I'd forgotten the face of the first boy who gave his life for me. That was the day I left the Temple Knights. I know that tale by heart, but not the tale of what came after. Why a goodly man with title of wealth, a man who could have lived out his days quite a comfort. Why that man chose instead of to walk the path and once more accepted two children into his care. You asked me that very question long ago, and I told you that one day you would understand. When you were older and wiser and stronger. Shall I put it to proof, Sid? You see, if today is that day... You always were fond of your tests. Now, don't be cross. You've only yourself to blame. These are your memories, remember? But of course you do. The point is deep down, you wanted this, and while there's no substitute for a genuine article, you could do a lot worse. So do me this honor, all of you. One last dance with the dead, show me the man you have become, Sindagur. Obsidian heart. Okay. Swore an oath, did you not? Axe 2 weaves, that's the key. Never free read. Okay, let's see what we can do there. Magnificent. Well done, Sarah. Well done indeed. Frey would have been proud to know that you carry on his legacy and mine. And Sid, my boy, my beloved boy, you nearly had me. But spare me your sympathy, you bloody shade. I lost. That's the end of it. You kept Ryle and Sarah out of harm's way, Sid. You did well. Learn to shut up and take a compliment. I ask you once why I chose to walk the path, why I chose to look after you and Freda, even though deep down I already know. But since I lost, I owe you the answer from my lips. I was angry. Angry with the Temple Knights, angry at myself, angry with the twisted world of the good men die for nothing. I was seeking justice for my boys, and forgiveness for my sins. I saved lives and punished the wicked, and for a time that was enough. But nothing lasts forever, does it? A man ought to have a legacy. I failed my boys and as a Temple Knight, but you two were my second chance. I would teach you everything I knew, everything I learned from my mistakes, and so I wouldn't have to make them again. Or so you wouldn't have to make them. I would send you out into the world to do great things, and maybe it will all balance out. Well, that's all I have to say about it. About that. That you know what comes next, don't you? So I suppose I ought to give you a word of advice before I disappear in a poof of smoke. I am your predecessor, master after all. People like us will never know peace, for every moment brings us closer to death. Those are our enemies. Our loved ones, yeah, and yes, our very own. The fear of death is what keeps most of men alive. The desperation to escape the inevitable, if only for a little longer. But we are not like most men. We have seen what awaits us beyond the abyss. We have tasted the despair, bathed in the oblivion, and we have wept rivers of our deaths and cursed the gods for their cruelty. That is our sword and our strength. That is why you may one day stand above us all. May the gods have mercy on your soul. Take care, Sid. Be nice to the girl, and try to be less of a chocobo's ass. Oh, for the love of... Ethos for you again. You're good. I'm glad that we see it all worked out to the end. As for you, miss, I distinctly recall telling you not to do that. Forgive me, had I known it would come violent, I would. Don't you dare start pouting. I'm annoyed and a sore all over, but it's nothing that won't heal with time. All I ask is that you promise not to do it again without warning, and consenting memories where it can be powerful and painful. It's more ways than one. That said, he was right. I only have myself to blame. I thought I could defeat him, I would. But I didn't think I would have the chance, so I didn't. His injuries are worse than I thought. We should hurry back to Marco. For a moment, I was certain that he would fly into a fury. Could it be that he is grateful for the experience after all? Then it was not in vain. Tried to and broke though he may be, he is nevertheless better for the pain. And in time, we too may be. There's still hope. Redemption is not beyond us. On to Markholm. Freyral was right. I'm going to need a time to recover. I'm not fit for a traveler in my condition. Which means, oh, for God helps me, I'm going to have to stay these furry little shits even longer. 2 more times it was it. 2 more times that we'd be finished with these boys' crusades. No, not soon enough. Sarah, be a dare and punch a Moogle for me, would you? As you can see, Sid is fully recovered and he's about with Sir Umper. And there will be no telling of how much more time he will require. But my quest will brook no delay. We must seek out another soul indeed to succor, and without assistance do you agree? Then we are in one mind now. Then where shall we begin our search? Or perhaps the greatest source of misery is so much death and destruction to a battlefield, perhaps. Ah yes, the slaughter and witness board of Castrium Oriens, and precisely that of which I speak, a tragedy I tore apart of the living man, every man and woman it's touched. My mind is made up, that is where we must go. May have had it my way, but I would not let you out of my sight. But again, It's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help to reclaim your ether. If you think you could look after him by yourself, then I'll be all means. As for me, I think I've finally regained enough strength to take the journey back to Ishgard. When you're finished with in Gora Albania, come and find us at the Forgotten Knights. Gora Albania. Okay. Mist, what is it you have in store for us? Gastamorians has how it's buzzing with life. So many brave soldiers resolve to do their duty to no matter the cost. But I have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high. For no man has beyond the reach of faith. Death will not be denied. This place waits on me. Anywhere here I would search. Please don't let it be far. Oh, it's up there. Okay, not that bad. Because I don't have flying, for fuck's sake. Yet. But sadly, I will have to do pretty much most of what's it called? Blah 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 blah. Most of Stormblood to get flying here, because I need access to this here, and that's probably the last stretch of it all. Because I think this here's a 67 to 69 area. Yeah. This part here. What is in the hole? Galleon. Come to share with the fire. Would greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole of me is not what it once was. Sarah. I know your name, I know that voice. By Ralka, you're still alive. Praise him, praise him. Who's this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Is that Manfred? Nay. Though I'm flattered that you would think so. One made medicine for me a long time ago. Oh, he is... I know him. He is... what's it called? He's the Double Griffin. Medicine for me a long time ago on behest of Captain Manfred, when we were still in Cromwell. If I've kept it all to myself, I would have made a full recovery, but I couldn't. If I had, dear friend, I see. And so I made a choice. He got better, I didn't. End up working for Griffin, and he did. And as a right hand man, even if I liked the rest who went up to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all, if only for a little while. And so I sit and await the reckoning, and I rot from the inside out, the husk of freedom fighter I aspire to be. No, not the ender you deserve, and I will not allow it. This man he spoke of, the one who lives, he chose to save at the cost of his own. This man is proof of his nobility if he were here. Do you wish to see him again, my dear friend? Halrod? Aye, one more than anything, but there is no point in praying for impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He was the Griffin's double. Oh, he was the Griffin double, and one of the top commanders beside. You're a kind boy, you are. great for your company and the 12th house. But there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time here is nearly spent. Then spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galen. And not dwelling on the death of me and mine. God strike me down a Hodard. Can't be, not more than a thick an illusion, a lie, but even if it's a lie, hear me, Hodard. I have a favor to ask of you, a final favor of a dying fool. Return to the Reach, to Bloodstorm, and offer a prayer to our brothers here. I will, Galen. You have my word of it. We should talk outside. He was the third one? I can't remember. The Method and Galen, you were larger than life, and I always wanted to meet you, and here you are, though. I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? If only I could have gone back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I placed in my trust in Griffith. Maybe the Galleon would have not been dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The walls between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed. So I would not be of any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We'll have to rely solely on your protection. Shouldn't be a problem. I can fuck things up. There's no doubt you can keep us safe, but you're a bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let us be off. But do I have to? I have to follow. Fuck. The midway. Shit. So this here guy must be one of the people that you could have, like, I would, the Quarter Mill. Probably not see them because the quest is gone. What do we have? Oh, there we go. Fuck you up. Oh, this here is, oh shit, this here is like 68, okay. Just like, what the fuck, why are you not dying? Like, strong as ever than you were that day, I reckon. They say that you were the Griffin's men realized when you were coming to stop them, they grew panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a woman hailed as a hero of Eorzea? A hero who personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died then and there for it. I imagine while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperial to kill, I pray that it wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owe you better. Jackass, move it. Or speak to me. I'm fine, I'm just dizzy all of a sudden. We have to hurry. You hear me? We must make it to the Reach. That's because he's probably dying at the other end, because he is the manifestation of the other person. And since he's dying, Made a promise to Gay and I will not fail my real brother. I cannot beat the distance. We haven't traveled far enough yet. Man's memories cannot outlive him. I told you he hasn't. He hasn't gone much time to live, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. So close. You must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Olaf. Don't you think I know that? He has saved my life and we all went and died for naught, for nothing. All we ever wanted was to go home. Oh, come ye wayward brother, be bereft of the heart of home, bereft of yon burning star, there lies a heaven for the bold. Rise up your hands and voice and let fill your heart with pride. Above the cunning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we've done, we can still go home. And there it is. Didn't make it. He fell and would not rise, and he began to shake, and he was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with a promise of redemption. We did not fail. The failure of they failed us. They failed us. I. Forgive me, my failures of my own. I had my chance, and I squandered. Reclaim that is yours. It's not finished, not yet. You will come and pray with me. Pay respects to the Bloodstone. Ah, yes, this here is unchanged, like. Respect. Nice suffering. What good are prayers to the dead? They do have not ears to listen. No eyes to see or hearts to console. Naught remains of them save fleeting recollections, soon lost to time and into the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness of names and faces consigned to oblivion. How we are to withstand this relentless onslaught of which threaten us to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Is this our world to suffer or to shape? The world is what we make of it. By my sword, that is my truth. Indeed, we are only bound by the gods' laws by choice. Cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? But if not, have we won by our own hands? One last time I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it is not it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death are true enemies. Needs hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. I don't want a fucking place where you are. You should go back to Isgard. You must miss Sensei, right? I don't need or want a place in your shitty world. All I want is my ether back right now. The Forgotten Knights. Tara, I pray your trip to Gir Albania was productive. It wasn't. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I'm glad you reclaimed more of your ether, but I wish it could, the circumstance could have been hadn't been so depressing. For Miss sakes, we shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I'm aware, he has yet to return to Isgard. He certainly isn't there, as you can see. Oh goddamn! I don't tell me he decided to run away. Just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He earned a little trust. A few days worth more. The Blackest Night, my friends. The Blackest Night. God damn it, Mist. Where are you going to track him down and make him return your remaining of your ether he stole from you, aren't you? He said when this was finished, not of him would remain. Bloody vague and ominous, to say at least. We just have to press him for answers. When we find him. Last saw him in Ralgos Reach in Kugane, yes? We'll start there. I'm going to. Won't take much longer to answer. Sid's gotten better, but he's no longer away from full recovery. Besides, you need someone else to help. You do the talking, Sid not good at it. Gather information in Albania. Ralgos Reach. Okay, so let us get my Blackest Night. And what's this? Is this your... that's level 80, so that unlocks automatically. I just need to unlock Blackest Night. Because that is the... Okay, looking for a young boy with long blue hair, you say. I reckon you would remember someone like that if I were to come this way, and I don't. Spoke with a fellow before during the exchange of regards, as we do, and made no mention of anyone watching the description either. The Blackest Night is a barrier. Barrier in itself, a party member absorbs damage totally of 25% of the target's maximum XP. Grants dark arts. When the barrier is completely absorbed, consumes dark arts instead of MP to execute a shadow age and flood of shadow. So it procs, so you can like get mana back. Said looking for a boy, are you? I was watching the birds, and later other night I heard someone skulking behind me. Forgive me. I hear saying before he runs and disappears into the dark. Then I realized it's quiet, two quiet eyes, sleeping with the birds and making noise and aren't, cause they're dead. Every last one of them, no wounds or any other obvious marks, but they were but there they lay, like the life was being sucked right out of them. I don't know how and why he did it, but there was no denying that he did. I was demanding every conversation. If I find him, you bring him to me. Did he fucking kill Chocobos, that little shit? Did he suck ether for Chocobos? Are you fucking nuts? Ah, yes, I remember the long-haired boy. Very curious. Many question about the nature of ether. He considered one of the other conjurers for a time. Conversed with one of the Atlas conjurers for some time. I don't know what he discussed, but his expression, I gather, was it was important. Fuck. Did he just... He stole my ether, then he goes out and steals more, and he steals from people, so they... from birds that are dying? What the fuck, man? Our inspector returns. Have you learned naught of Mist's whereabouts? I've learned shit. See, conversing with the conjurer as possible killing Choco was not sure what makes to make that. I thought we can be stayed here for some time, but perhaps no longer. I learned a moment ago from the gallow here that a boy matching the description was leaving the reach. He is for the peaks, and so are we. So he left for the peaks now. Okay. Hey, where are you, you little shit? I'm gonna get fucking tired of you. No visible injuries, no bleeding. It is as Ryle said. These beasts died from the disconcertable reasons, and just like the chocobos that the man in the reach claims must be somehow killed. But it doesn't add up. No, a single magic. Mist was utterly helpless unless he was capable of this. But we know the answer already. He stole your ether when we first met. Even if he could do it. Even if he didn't do it, why? We'll ask him when we find him, and this time you'll let me do the talking. Search to the east, Ryle and I will go to the south. We'll meet again when we find naught. And if we do, I love you will come to our aid, and I will yours. Oh, we have actually quest here we can do, which we will do afterwards, because this here should be the last one, and then we'll probably go back to the Forgotten Knights. The survey around and find not ordinary, but the edge of hearing a whisper of the southwest. Gabanian Hornbill. Oh, he's fucking about. Great. Well, 70. Seven hells I hate being right. On your guard, Mist has shown his true colors. The ether of whatever else he took from those bastards has given him tremendous strength. Contrary to his other warnings, conjuring another secret lacum wasn't the end of him. All of the wonderful people he plucked from our memories, he chose the Ystrel the Convenant. He knows why we're here, and this is the answer. He summoned the monster to hunt Ryle in his dreams and sent her screaming from her bed. Forgive me, Sid, but you gave me no choice. There's always a choice. No, there isn't. Not really. Can you even remember why we came here? Can you even remember how many you killed and how many lives shattered? How many stories ended? Upon the surface of the crystal are carves of sins of the Dark Knight's past, and yours are beyond counting, beyond fathoming, without end. Justice is an excuse. Nobility is a lie. Murder is murder. And though we are most definitely not without fault, it is the cruel, indifferent world which has made murderers of us all. But we need suffer no longer. I sought to make these broken souls whole, one by one, and with the truth is the solution was much more simple. The worlds beyond pain and suffering and anguish and despair, the world beyond death, a world in which we will never need to bid farewell of our dearest friends. And how many beasts will you need to kill to make this world of yours? How much ether will you consume to see it through? Body self-righteous sophistry will from the mellowing whelp? So your brilliant plan is to fill the world with sick lambs of the dead, is it? And somehow that's supposed to make everyone happy? Well, you're right about the one thing. I will grant you that. The world is brutal, uncanny, and without logic and or justice. No justice, but that of which we make for ourselves. And I'll be damned if I give it up. So you can force your illusions upon us, you asinine little gullet. Did you not find comfort in the reunion of your master, even though you knew it was a lie? Did you not help you to unburden your soul, to find a measure of peace in this madness? I'm not your enemy. Not then or now. I will not fight you. All I ask is that you leave me to do my duty. It's never too late to turn back. You're a good person. You can still be a good person. So this is your answer. Maybe you cannot accept what needs to be done. But I can. Goodbye. I will kill every last motherfucking one of you. Here he is. Bilbert. Ah. Well, I didn't kill them as Dark Knights. So many broken by your world. And then by you, so many. Woe betide the man who stands opposed of the warrior of light and of death. Will be his reward, death for him to his kin and all that he holds dear. Besides, the man who stands with the warrior of light of death will be his reward, the death for him and his kin and all that he holds dear. Like sand through the hourglass, everything we fight so desperately to protect slips through our fingers, and and what remains, is us, only us, and the memories of our sin. To walk the path is to suffer, to sacrifice. Tired of this charade. Serve, save, slave, slay. I've sinned plenty, but regret not so much. And if she wouldn't listen to me, the embodiment of good sense and pragmatism, then what hope could you possibly have? A house divided cannot stand, you know. This childish rebellion ends now. What in the seven hells is this? A compromise, I suppose. Oh, dear friend here refuses to let me take the reins. But I wasn't about to stand idly by while that imbecile tried to do whatever it was he was trying to do. What are the feelings about Whitebrim? Promise not to stab you in the back? It'll be just like old times. Dark Knight needs a sword. Take mine. No, this is wrong. This is all wrong. I offer you peace, restitution, and a chance to make amends. Do not think you are above it. Do not think you can reckon with postponing indefinitely. A lot of assholes. Warrior of Darkness and the two of Ishgard, which are the 12 Knights of the Heavensward. When it comes, I shall welcome it with open arms. But today, will not be the day, and you will not be the judge. See how well you do against me. I am far beyond you. We have some ether. Hey, assholes. Jesus Christ, you hit like a truck. Oh, it's Warrior of Darkness. That's one. Okay. Very revered Archimedean Sir Sephirin. Ah, yeah, that's his guardian. One of the knights. Okay. Okay. There we go. Need a bag of dicks. It's finished, Sarah. Use your soul ether. Make you whole again. Forgive me, I ask, I beg, I pray, but it never comes. Again, they must go and join the multitude in the black oblivion of the abyss. Such is our lot, and is the fate of all who are born, to suffer and to die. Do not seek forgiveness, for it will not ease the burden. It weighs that it is at its weight as it should. What of the lost? Do they not deserve to live again? They do, in our hearts, in our souls, and our memories. And no one likes having to say goodbye, but it's a part of life. That's what makes it the time we share together so precious. You can't obsess over the mistakes now of the past, or you'll lose sight of the future. Of the people still with us, whose needs us more than ever. The greatest strength is born of the flame of the abyss in the abyss. Listen to my voice, listen to our heartbeats, listen and forgive you. I forgive you, I forgive you. Thank you. That is all I ever wanted. This is it, our last parting. One final farewell, all after a fashion. In your darkest hour, in the blackest night, think of me, and I will be with you always. For where else could I go? Who else could I love but you? and to Ishgard. But after we have done the quest up there. We have not unlocked Lycus Knight, but it comes here. And it also comes with a 290 coffer. 290. Which is actually higher than we have here. Because that's 270. It will be short-lived. Because we have, of course, our 530 coffer, which we already have open. And are using on our Gunbreaker and, of course, our Warrior. Saint Slayer. Dragonflint. Dragonflint. Come on. Ah. Ether, thank you. Where are we going? Going right over here. I like that. I like that a lot. Close. Close, easy. Just kill something and then we're good to go. Oh, Sayer. What do you want, Sayer? Come on. Quick. Give me my... Oh shit, weird. I know this quest. I remember. Need to go around here and up there. Oh, no. Let me check. Let me think. I cannot... This here is up here, so when you go... Wow, this way, okay. Let's see. Yeah, we need to go around and up here, and then around and here. Because normally I'm flying, so I fly over here and straight down there. This here's the long way. Actually, I think about it. Can I actually, let me check, ether compass? South. 1000 south. Oh. Hi there. Bye. There we go. Let's actually check. Yeah. There we go. Let's go back to Alba Gahan and talk to Saya. And give him the 2 here. Completed. And then off to Ishgard in the Forgotten. There we go. And got knight and running. Jump down. Sit over. He'll forgive me for return to Ishgard ahead of you, I hope. I needed some time to think on everything that happened in Gur Albania. I won't pretend to know everything you've been through in your life. A man can never truly understand what's in another's heart, and probably not their own, for that matter. I'm pretty much rambling at this point, but I suppose I'm trying to say that I'm grateful for everything you've done for me and Isle. I like you, and I respect you. I'll always be here for you if you need me. We're fellow walkers of the path, after all. And friends, I like to think. I've been wondering, mist appeared at the same time the soul crystal cracked, yes. But which happened first, and why then and there? Damned if I know. Does anyone truly understand how the soul crystal works? It doesn't matter. It's a crystal, sir. Have been made whole. That said, a heart bleeds, a man weeps, a soul burns. Trent comes to darkness and to consume, and a few hearts have bled as much as hers. Speaking of bleeding, I think your wounds have reopened. If you would sit, it would just be much easier for me to tend them. You should get some rest too, Sarah. Not all wounds are so obvious. Out of the mouth of a baby suckling praise Helena, she's right though. No need to overdo by running off to the next battle just yet. If you must put on the foot in front of the other, though, why don't you go back to where the whole damn thing, that mess began? Maybe you'll have an epiphany. Where did it all begin? Oh, the crystal breaking. I was just thinking, where it all began. It began to burn. Last vigil. Last vigil, and we were looking at House 410. Yeah. Where did it all begin? What troubles you, Mr. Sconner? There he is. Gone Edmund the Fortemps. Ah, but of course. It's bitterly cold this day. At times like this, no one should be warming themselves by the fire. Not a day goes by without your name being spoken, you know. The soldiers and the merchants off bringing us news of the latest exploits. That said, I hear it from the heroes herself would be much preferable. But there would be no exceptions where you call on us. Pleasure of your company alone would be more than enough. Where though I expect it will be in the days to come. But your destiny was never to remain here, was it? Though a part of me wished that you would. Forgive me, I find myself growing more and more sentimental in my old age. And in the working of my memory, in the working of my memoirs, I have had to reflect on a much darker chapter of my life. Parsifal lives lived his to his fullest, and if his story is to be preserved for generations to come, then I should be glad of it. You will keep. You will always have a place here, Sarah. For you, our family. Now go. You let me keep you from your labors. The world awaits for none, not even you. Blackest Night. This concludes the Dark Knight questline of Final Fantasy Stormblood. In order to undertake the next series of quests, you must first meet the following requirements. You must have registered the product key of the Shadowbringers. You must Shadowbringers to your service account. You must have completed the main scenario quest Shadowbringers. You must have completed the role quest of to have loved and lost. And once you've done that, the Dark Knight questline will be available from Sidurgo. And welcome. And with that, we are done. We have caught up with everything. We are at the end almost. We are around 3 levels from the 80. And from there, we will switch back to Warrior. And Warrior will be maxed out till 90 until it's done. And then we're going to switch over to Gunbreaker. And Paladin will probably be the last one we level up. But we are going to go to this one here because it's cheaper, and then we're going to go to Speak of Lease and continue our MSQ. And here, and then we're going to go to Kugane. Actually, I should have gone to Kugane first because it was cheaper. And we're gonna go to the ambassador. Perfect. Let's talk with Lise. Wow, Alphino sketching are so... I don't know how he put this, but they are very... Well, see for yourself. The key items menu. Oh, it looks more like them than they do, honestly. He could have make a living out doing this. Ah, sorry, I know time for the strikes. Why don't we just start visiting Kakaru at on something on Onsen? Osan? Oh, the Osan. That was it. Osan. Oh, veteran clan. We're doing that quickly. What's this? Is this, what's this? I dream of, oh, this here is to unlock the, actually where I just came from. So we're just gonna take this. And we're also gonna take the clan here. Like this. Oh. Perfect. Come on. There we go. Veteran. Okay, got that. And now we're gonna take the other one. Because that's the 2-star, which we have unlocked. Girlfriend. And we go over here and talk with her again. And the last one, which is the rank 3. The reason why we can do this is it's not that we have access to the areas, it's more that we have access to our level. It's level based, it's not access based, because you can't hunt the monsters. Well, you can take them, but it doesn't really matter. And I think we can also do this S ranks, the elites, which are afterwards. There, and here are the elites. I wish it would unlock everything at the big thing, but it's because it's meant. Well, it's not meant anymore because, like, if you're on a like normal, no matter what, if you're only leveling one job, you're gonna get so over leveled before you get here. At there we go. That's that. Elite. Thank you. That's that. And we run here. Okay. Next, we need to unlock. Oh, we need to actually speak with the skipper to get there. Okay. Travel to a company estate. Then they do this. And speak to the officer in the district. Shit, where am I? What can I do? Residence. Oh, there is a chart. This one here. Talk with him, and then get the fuck out. Report back to him, the skipper, and the resident area. And then we get back here, and we talk with him up here. There. And that quest line is done. Now that is also accessible from the ether ride. So now we are here. So we have Blackett's Night also, so we're pretty much like the only thing we're missing when we hit 80, we should be able to do the full rotation. No, we're not, because we don't have we do not have this. We don't have Shadowbringer. Oh shit, I also need to remember what way to go. Shadowbringer is the only one we don't have. And of course I walked the wrong way. Let's see. Karaku. Come on. Come on. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is not that the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what's that on your hand? You seek this aura and Horrigan? Roigaden, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding the patrons past or present. Please, we came all this way for you to find our friends. We have a reputation to consider, miss. Men and women of all walks of life come here to search for rejuvenation of body and soul. They seek privacy, discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekigumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there is naught to be I can do. I suppose we'll have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokase, was it? Oh, actually, I forgot. I want to check something. Does this here have a visor? Yes, it does. Do with this. A little bit better. Where is that? That's over there, so I can actually go up here and take that. So not the hot springs, okay? Welcome, traveler. Can you interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality delivered for but the other day. Ah, and Aozuri Shinobi and the Afghan Samurai, if I may. I would answer your question with some few of my own. If you speak of which you know, Indian, be not offended. You're familiar with the situation of the lands across the Cerubi Sea, doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet? See. You are familiar with the ways of the Hingashi. Are we elect to stand apart to suppose our cause but to our own, indifferent to our and callous? Some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation is of such of ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, and so Kugane is open to Indian. We are equally hospitable to all, or if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you. But if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The two individuals whom you speak did indeed come here and sought passage across the Ruby Sea. A few ships are willing to make the trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf, and was to an extent of their interactions. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. Been great help, Mrs. Kotogaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We welcome your custom whiz. We should question these captains as soon as we can. We'll take the first 3 and I'll take the rest. We'll meet here at when we finish our... Alright, good luck. I will. Good luck to you. Okay, where are we going? Are we going to the pier? Okay. Yeah, it looks like we're south. Let's just run this way. Because that's the only logical reason, because it's in the middle of the sea, so it's probably out here or here. Oh, let's check on our little helper. Oh, nice. Synth. Oh, Rose Nugget. I can use that. That's good. Let's actually hire a retainer. According to our, we have hire up to 5 retainers. Let's hire a retainer and have it be load this previous. We want. No, we don't want him. We don't want that. Quit. Customize retainer. We want hire retainer. Yes, low previous appearance. No. Sea Wolf, Plainful. Oh, Plainful, maybe. What the hell? Did I really save Lalas? Like, Roga Aura. Yeah, let's do that. Midlander, yeah. Okay, appearance. What do we call? What do we do? No. Whoa, no. He's cute. No, we don't want to save. We want to finalize. Polite. Hire this retainer. Let's call her, all of that, Polina. Okay. Name must be Polina. Why can't I hire? One moment, please. This name has been your chosen is not available. Okay. What can we call her? Earthlyn. Okay. Good. She's hired, and the first thing we're gonna do is actually assign a class. We're gonna make her a miner. And that's that. And the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna relocate the view tax. So reduced. Dispatch the retainer to Kugane. you. And then I need arms dealer, apothecary, tool supplies. Thank you. Primary tools. Shit. It's of course the high levels that I don't need. Okay, we can fix that. We are going to Redania. And well, it was stupid to go to Redania, but not stupid, that's stupid, because I can do this. Because everybody has a retainer. Oh, I actually forgot this before. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go and find the supplier for a trade supplier, trade craft. No, not that guy. Independent apothecary, independent tinkerer. No. Independent arms vendor. No. Independent culinarian. No, no, no. No. Importer of exotics. No. Oh, it's the other side then. I'm not that familiar with Dania's marketplace. Battlecraft suppliers. Tool suppliers. Yes, tool supplies. Hand tools. One we are looking for. Oh, sorry. It's not tools. It is land tools. One. We're gonna go with a pickaxe. Yeah, we're gonna go with this. That's the tool we want. And then we're gonna go to Kugane. And with that, we're gonna go to the market, which is down here. And then we're gonna do this. Oh, we're actually gonna do this, this. And then we're gonna view. We're gonna take you. We're gonna do this. We're gonna give you that. Now you're a miner. And then we're gonna put you on a little adventure. We're gonna send you mining. We're gonna send you mining for fire. Yeah, why not? Do it. Perfect. Great. Super. One more there. And then we can do this. I was just thinking, like, why not have a second retainer doing something that I actually need. Yeah, this way, I think. Yeah. Hanashi Spice Trader. Have you seen these two people? You ask if I've seen an hourly woman or a Rodigan samurai? The woman is unknown to me, but that man is not. He was for Doma and I could not help him. He traveled solely between here and Razathan. I would have been unreasonable detour. Okay. And that is Kurt Captain. Yes, there are Rodigan gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take us across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent him away like the others before. The woman, nay, I don't know, not her. Okay. So where are you then? Oh, it could be inside here. Oh, no, up here, no. Well, maybe, mayhaps. Up here. Yeah. Meticulous merchant. Passengers, no. We no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told that to the samurai. I sent him on the way. The woman. Pfft. if it is woman you seek, pleasure houses have plenty. Let us go here. Peace. How did you? Never mind, judging from the look of your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. Oh, this here is Yugashi sketch. Oh, this here is for... yeah, okay. Well, I suppose we might as well head back. We just, wait, I just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit Guido. He's a Namazu fisherman, whatever that means. He's a regular here. Maybe I'll find him where to look around. A Namazu. Okay. Oh, he is upstairs. So that's... Taka and Guido. Or what? Why do you stare? You have business with me? By the 12, a talking fish. Yes, a talking fish. I'm very observant of you, Injin. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness will ignore this once, but only if you address me again in the proper manner. Sorry, never meant. Let's start again. You're a greeter, right? My name is Lise, and this is Sarah. We're looking for some friends of ours. I see. Both of these ones I know well. Help them secure passes across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes. This would be no problem for you. I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. This fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? I didn't bring any money, but surely Tatar will let us take whatever we need from the Siren's coffers, right? Are you nuts? You wouldn't be the only one passing, though. Would you take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under the cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset in the Tashigani Bridge. Do not forget your fare. Bring many gil. Yes? Zip. It's about time our luck changed. Afternoon elves will be thrilled. Yes, they will. And so will I. I cut off that fish. Oh, Namazus are cute. I think. They're cuter than the fucking Lalas, that's for sure. Again, there's only one great Lala, and that is, always will be, Ral. Greetings, Ruby Bazaar. Yes, I would like to go to the Ruby Bazaar. Okay. We spoke with a number of merchants and the captain of the Southern Piers. Several reconsidered Gozetsu and confirmed that he was searching for a vessel to deliver him to Onthrat. None, however, made a mention of Lady Yagiri. Yes, it was the same story for us. And then you'll never believe what happened. So, Yudo claims that he aided Gozetsu and Yagiri. How fortuitous. Not a word. I would have chosen Master Alphino. Stupid that I call it. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempt of haggle, or even confirming what it was in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part. But it is not the trouble. What troubles me most. Guido is the brother of the renown of the generous spirit of rather, but they are disdained for scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Gozetsu was alone. Only Guido claims that he have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it is possible that Yugiri made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain. But it's equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget, there are parties present in Kugane that with agendas which may run contrary with your own. The Viceroy was once a spy himself, as I recall. And should be surprised if she did not have countless agents in her employment, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do it so than delivering her the heads of the foreign insurgents? Fine. You may be right about him, but Guido is working for the Empire. Who to say he didn't try the same trick with Yagiri and Gozetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyways, if you hold up end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will he? But if he tries to betray us, I vote to take him a prisoner and punch him until he tells the truth. So, if it's a trap, we'll spring it. Deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. You should prepare the worst. The tower and I will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, we must caution to avoid physical alteration at all costs, even should the Imperial agents attempt to engage you. Sesagumis will not hesitate to clap you in irons or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return here at once. Is that clear? Oh, great. To review, Lee, Sarah and I will meet at the Guido as planned. Alphino will keep a watch over the distance and ready to provide support if likely the event that Guido attempts to betray an Imperial or whatever else should happen. You and Lee should subdue him, and together we'll make it our escape. As our actions will surely draw attention to the Segumi, we will evade them, and Alphino's assistance will turn here our prisoners, and do not that doesn't meet everyone's approval. Of course, these precautions will for naught if Guido does not play us for a fool, but we shall see. To the bridge. Indeed. Where is the bridge? It is... What's the easiest way to get there? Probably here. No? Here. Did mention that. it's the bridge up there. Okay, now I get it. That bridge. What is there? Our world-be ally is now where to be seen, ready to make Sarah something smells fishy. Pun not intended.
He's late.
Go figure. Here he is.
Endless and most sincere apologies to you and yours, yes, yes. This way, quickly now.
Enough! Where are you taking us? Where is the ship?
The ship. So very sorry to inform you, yes, yes. Long before was it pledged to another. To me. These ones are for Doma.
Here are the Imperials.
I knew it couldn't be this simple.
Nothing personal, yes, yes. Just business.
Then business is about to take a turn for the worse.
Ah!
Come on, let's find a way out of here.
Nothing personal either. Okay, visor down. Oh shit, I don't have Blackest Night. Shit. Okay. Okay. There we go. And the Shirigumi comes. As expected, the Sekigumi are caught our scent since fighting them is out of the question. We have to find a way back to the Ruby Bazaar, evading the patrols as we go. They find us, use the smoke bombs, and make your escape. Use the smoke bombs to evade the patrol. Be warned that attacking the Shirigumi will result in failure. Okay. I'm not interested in attacking it. I'm just like getting the fuck out of here. Okay, smoke bombs. Where are the smoke bombs here? Is that on, I'm guessing it's, yeah, action duty. I figured that much. Okay. Use the smoke bombs. Fuck out of here. Okay, so I need to like... Okay, where are you going? He's there. Oh, no, fuck. I have to go around here. Oh, ah, you fuck. Easier. Bugger. Curious Cohen, come with me. I will guide you to your friends. First a talking fish, now a tortoise. Follow him. Okay. Curious Kojin. Thanks to 12 you made it, I feared that our Kojin friend might not find you in time. Everything is going to be alright, trust me. Duty complete. Fucking fish.
Stay hidden and quiet. Understood?
Aye, aye.
Clear the road! Clear the road! You there, Kojin. We seek 4 foreigners. One, a brutish woman carrying an unconscious Namazu. Have you seen them?
For foreigners, you say? Ah, yes! Very rude they were, making no apology as they barged past. They went that way, I think.
Many thanks, good sir. With me, they cannot have gone far.
All is well. The Sekisei Gumi will not return this way for some time, I should think. You are of the East Aldenard Trading Company, yes? Come with me. I know a safer way.
Okay.
You are returned. And with guests, I see.
Our meeting went about as well as expected. We've brought the Namazu who thought to betray us. When he wakes up, we'll see what he knows about Yugiri and Gazetsu.
Well done, you. When I saw the Sekisei Gumi out in force, I did begin to worry, but I see my fears were misplaced.
Not much. A little bit.
Actually, if it weren't for Soroban, we might not have gotten away.
'Twas my pleasure.
Yet I must ask, Soroban, Why would you deceive the Sekisegumi to help us, foreigners of whom you know naught?
Why, out of the kindness of my heart, is what I would like to say, but my motives are not so pure. I chanced to witness your meeting with Hancock at the tavern and saw an opportunity.
An opportunity?
Like many, I came to Kugane as a trader to make my fortune. Kojin of the Red may serve the Empire as mercenaries, but Kojin of the Blue walk a different path.
2 clans, okay.
Regretfully, most here would rather not meet our gaze, much less do business. So I seek the custom of those less predisposed to dismiss us outright, namely the East Aldenard Trading Company.
Yeah, he wants the trading route. Nothing
Quid
like
pro
me.
quo, is it? Well, there is no denying that we owe you a debt. What say you, Hancock? Will you consider doing business with our entrepreneurial friend here?
Rest assured, Master Soroban, that in matters of trade, the company does not discriminate. We would be honored to hear your proposal.
FYI, that means also he trades with people we don't
I
like.
promise you will not regret this, good sir.
He trades with everybody. A coin is coin.
Ah, yes. You sought passage across the Ruby Sea, did you not? I have a ship you can use.
You do? Well then, far be it from us to refuse. You have our deepest thanks.
And you mine.
Okay. Stock release. Still annoyed that he tried to deceive us, but at least we have we were prepared for it. So even so, the next time we should probably avoid running around Kugane in the middle of the night and have a city guard snapping at our heels. Probably. I just would like to ask Rudy a few questions. Right then, Gudo should be coming around soon. I think it's time that we had a little chat, don't you? Rise and shine, little fishy. I know you can hear me. Stop pretending you to be asleep. I'll give you another ride on my boot. No, more boots. All my secrets are yours for asking. Tell us what you know about Yugiri and Gozetsu in the earlier deal, every last detail. And if I find out later that you lied to me, no lies. The clear, unvanished truth. You have my word. Only the samurai did I meet. Yes, only him. He asked after a ship, so I provided an introduction to the Galeans. You mean you led him into a trap like you did us? Because you are an Imperial spy? No, I'm no spy. It was just business. A pure ship passed through Kugane these days. And we struggle to make ends meet. So, when Galeans offered bounty for the domains found in Kugane? Oh, my mistake. You're not a spy, but a common cutthroat. Not that I'm surprised. You need half a brain to be a spy, so you happen to be, so what happened to the samurai? Such a cruel, vicious tongue you have. He would not go quietly. No, the blades were drawn and men were cut down. The Sekisegumi came and took the samurai away. Hold on a moment. You mean to tell me that the agent they arrested tell me the engine they arrested the other day was Gozetsu? Oh, had I known. If he was in the custody of the city, I need only to see what the requested funds find their way into the right official hands, and the friend will walk free. As it is in Ulda, so it is in Kugane. But given the circumstances, it seems we have no choice but to resort to the moral questionable means. We'll make a pragmatist of you yet, Master Alphinaud. You're free to wait here while I speak with the relevant officials, but you would rather wait for Gazetsu outside the barracks. We can go together. Would you put in the past Imperials to try something again? Also, mayhaps you would best if Lise, Sarah, and I joined you. Alright, but what about Guido? I will keep an eye on him for the time being. We can release him after we return with Gazetsu. He will doubtless have some choice of words to say to the little fellow. Soroban, mayhaps it should be prudent to prepare your ship for our immediate departure. As you wish. Everything in order, then let us be off. The Sekisagumi barracks are to the north. But I ask you to wait here. You will be amused that this will not take long. Isn't it going to be really as simple as he says, do you think? You said it wouldn't be long, right? Because this feels a bit longer to be. Calm down, Lise. Everything is going to be alright. Much as I hate to admit it, I share Hancock's dim views of government official. I suppose this incorruptible ability. What I gleaned of the Far East, they have probably exchanged lengthy pleasantries. There seems to be a correct way of doing everything. Bribery being no exception. I say we leave it to them, right, Sarah? Right. Everything's fine. Probably, I mean, it shouldn't be half as bad as the last time we stood around waiting for something to happen.
How about you? Ah!
Was that? That was Gazetsu. I'm sure of it. He's in trouble. Lise, wait!
I suppose we should follow her then.
Victory to the samurai!
How many is that now? 10 in a row?
Gazetsu!
Oh, this is a surprise! What in blue blazes are you three doing here?
I could ask you the same thing. We've been looking all over for you, and then I suddenly heard you screaming.
It would seem there has been a misunderstanding. Allow me to explain.
So, in summary, You started a brawl with some off-duty Imperial soldiers and were subsequently arrested by the Sekisagumi, whom you somehow befriended and convinced to set you free if you could defeat a given number of them in single combat.
10 bouts for my freedom, aye. 'Tis but a pity you came too late to witness the last one. And with that, I'm free to go, yes?
Our word once given may not be broken, but we pray you make every effort to avoid future altercations. Circumstances notwithstanding, my lord, we are honored and grateful to have witnessed firsthand the skill of a Doma samurai.
Ah, and we had just concluded negotiations. I gather my assistance was not required.
Oh well. But where is Yugiri? That's the most interesting part. Did they split up? Must apologize that you endured such trials and tribulation in search of me. There's no need for that. I had no way of knowing that you would be looking for you. We're after a ship to take us to Doma, yes, and it sure happens we have found a willing captain. Truly, what fortune! We will tell you about it at the company offices. Alphano and Tataro are waiting there for us. Osetsu! Thank the 12th you're unharmed. As you can see, Master Upload, I'm the very picture of health. You vile fiend, the marvelous trickster, how keen and how kind the kami are you to grant me vengeance so soon. But first, I demand you return the coin you so villainously embezzled from me. You have every right to be angry, good sir. Gladly would I return to you your coin had it not been forced to repay a certain gambling debt beforehand. Setting matters aside for the moment, where's Lady Yugiri? Was she not traveling with you? For time, but we parted ways some while ago. Better to improve our chances of finding Lord Hien. Lord Hien? Forgive me, I've yet to explain. Lord Hien is the heir to the Doman throne and our master. His was a passionate voice for the cause of Doma liberation, and when we learned that the Emperor's death, it only grew louder. So you seized upon opportunity to rouse and reclaim your freedom, and only for those who hope to dash in it when Xenos led his army onto your lands. The Crown Prince was merciless foe. Against him and the might of the 12th, we had no chance. Once Lord Hien understood this, he bade Yugiri take us to the sea with many of our people as possible. He, however, would stand and fight, that they might have more time to escape. I remained by his side as well, and together we carried on the doomed war. And then one day, in a fierce battle, we separated. I knew not what became of him, only that he was beyond the Empire's reach, and that to find him, you would need Yugiri's aid. The situation grows more perilous by the day. For the new viceroy, Yotsuyu, is a black-hearted villainess who delights in tormenting our people. There is naught she would not do to further her pursuit of Lord Hien. Thank you. I believe that makes matters a good deal clearer. It should please you if you learn to come to aid the Doma Liberation Front in resuming their efforts for overthrowing the Imperial presences. Allow me to join you. My inquiries are bore to no fruit, hence my desire to return to Onroth. And once there, I can lead you to our headquarters in Yangsha, where we shall all be reunited with Yagiri. Perhaps not all. Alphinaud talents would seem better applied here in Kugane. Working closely with Tataru and Hancock to feed us intelligence, then there is a Garlean embassy just down the road, that's all. While I appreciate the vote of confidence, I should be glad to accompany you all. As a soldier in the field, so to speak, come now, brother. A competent comrade assigned to his soldiers a task best suited to him. As you, of all people, should know. And you are so very good at espionage and intrigue. We must all serve for each own way very well. It seems my place is here. Sorobron is waiting at the pier. Have fun, you lot. That is where we leave it off, I think. Because I'm not going to stream that long today. So, we are going to the Ruby Sea. Once more to the Ruby Sea. And, yeah. Tomorrow we'll be streaming, I think. If everything goes well. Not too long again. I'm cutting it short just to keep my health as best as possible. Also my voice. So, until next time. Bye.